What if I told you that the single most important thing you could do today to protect your heart, more powerful than any expensive supplement, any fitness tracker, any complicated diet plan, is not something you buy, not something you swallow, and not a punishing new workout? The answer is far simpler than that. It is a change in how you breathe while you walk. One small, specific adjustment to something you have been doing automatically your entire life, and almost certainly doing wrong for the last several years without ever realizing it. After more than 2 decades of working with adults over 70, I have seen this pattern more times than I can count. A person comes to me worried. They tell me they get winded walking to the mailbox. They feel their heart pounding after climbing a single flight of stairs. They say, "I wasn't even moving fast. I don't understand why I felt so out of breath." And here's the thing. They were not doing anything unusual. That is exactly the problem, because the way they breathe while they move has quietly become inefficient, and it is putting strain on their heart with every single step. And nobody ever told them. Today, I am going to change that for you. I am Dr. Caleb Mercer, and I am going to show you what is most likely happening in your body right now, why it is silently overworking your heart, and the one simple change that can begin protecting you immediately, starting with your very next walk. No equipment, no gym, just one adjustment that could genuinely add years to your life. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoyed this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. The problem: shallow chest breathing. Let me describe something to you, and I want you to think honestly about whether this sounds familiar. Imagine someone walking down a sidewalk. With each step, their breath is quick and shallow, rising high in the chest. Their shoulders lift slightly with every inhale. They are pulling air in through the upper third of their lungs only, never letting it travel down deep into the belly. Within a minute or two of walking, they feel that familiar tightness, that need to stop and catch their breath, even though they have barely covered any distance. This is called shallow chest breathing, and it is one of the most common and most overlooked patterns I see in adults over 70. It develops gradually, so gradually that most people never notice it happening. What begins as a little stress or tension years ago slowly becomes the default. The breath gets higher, faster, and smaller. And what feels like normal breathing is actually one of the most inefficient and heart-straining patterns your body can adopt. Here is why. When you breathe shallowly into the upper chest, only a small portion of your lungs is actually being used. That means far less oxygen is reaching your bloodstream with each breath. And when your blood is not carrying enough oxygen, your heart has no choice but to work harder, pumping faster and more often, just to deliver the same amount of oxygen to your muscles and your brain. You are, without knowing it, asking your heart to do overtime with every walk you take. Shallow breathing also signals something deeper. The diaphragm, the large, powerful muscle beneath your lungs that is designed to do most of the work of breathing, has weakened from underuse. And the longer it goes unused, the more your body relies on the small, weak muscles in your neck and shoulders to breathe instead. The good news is that this is completely reversible, and it starts with one change. The one change. Belly breathing in rhythm with your steps. The change I want you to make is this. From this moment forward, when you walk, your breath should begin in your belly, not your chest, and it should move in rhythm with your steps. This is called diaphragmatic breathing, or belly breathing, and it is how the human body is designed to breathe. When you are young and relaxed, your breath naturally drops deep into your abdomen. Your belly rises gently on the inhale, your diaphragm pulls downward, your lungs fill completely from the bottom up, and your body receives a full, rich supply of oxygen with minimal effort. It is the most efficient breathing pattern the human body produces. But here is what happens over time. As tension builds and the diaphragm weakens, that deep belly breath disappears. The breath climbs higher into the chest, becomes shallow and rapid, and your heart slowly takes on the extra burden. So what does correcting this actually look like? It is simpler than you might think. As you walk, breathe in slowly through your nose for the count of 3 steps, and feel your belly gently expand outward, not your chest. Then breathe out slowly through your mouth for the count of 4 steps, letting your belly fall. 3 steps in, 4 steps out. A slow, steady rhythm matched to your stride. When you do this correctly, several things happen at once. Your lungs fill completely, drawing in far more oxygen with every breath. Your heart rate slows because each breath is now doing more work, so the heart can do less. Your posture automatically improves because deep breathing pulls your shoulders back and your chest open. And your diaphragm, that powerful muscle that has gone quiet for years, is suddenly being asked to work again, which begins rebuilding the very strength that takes the strain off your heart. One change, one adjustment, but it triggers a chain reaction throughout your entire body that begins working for you, rather than against you with every single step. Now let me show you 5 exercises that will make this new breathing pattern feel natural, automatic, and strong. Exercise 1. Seated belly breath awareness. Why it matters. Before you can breathe correctly while walking, you need to feel the difference between chest breathing and belly breathing while sitting still. Most people who have been chest breathing for years have genuinely lost the sensation of a proper diaphragmatic breath. This exercise rebuilds that awareness, breath by breath, until your body remembers what deep breathing actually feels like. How to do it. Sit comfortably in a sturdy chair with your back supported and your feet flat on the floor. Place one hand flat on your chest and the other hand flat on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose and focus on making only the hand on your belly rise while the hand on your chest stays as still as possible. Hold for a moment, then breathe out slowly through your mouth, feeling your belly fall. Complete 10 slow breaths. Rest, then complete 2 more sets of 10. What to focus on? Go slowly. The hand on your chest is your guide. If it is moving a lot, you are still chest breathing. The goal is for the belly hand to do all the moving. This is your foundation for everything that follows. Progress tip. Once this feels easy sitting down, try it lying flat on your back with a light book resting on your belly. Watching the book rise and fall gives you clear visual feedback that you are breathing correctly. Exercise 2. Pursed lip exhale. Why it matters. One of the biggest reasons people feel breathless is that they exhale too quickly and incompletely, leaving stale air trapped in the lungs with no room for fresh oxygen. The pursed lip exhale slows your breathing down and empties your lungs more completely, which immediately makes each breath more efficient and eases the workload on your heart. How to do it. Sit tall in your chair. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 2. Then purse your lips as if you are about to gently blow out a candle, and exhale slowly and steadily through those pursed lips for a count of 4. The exhale should be twice as long as the inhale. Complete 10 breaths. Complete 2 sets total. What to focus on. Keep the exhale slow and controlled, never forced. You should feel calm and steady, not strained. This longer exhale is what naturally slows the heart and signals your whole body to relax. Progress tip. Once comfortable, practice this technique the moment you ever feel winded during the day. It is a tool you can use anywhere, anytime, to bring your breath and heart rate back under control. Exercise 3. Standing breath and reach. Why it matters. To breathe deeply while walking, your chest and ribcage need to be open and mobile. Years of shallow breathing and forward posture leave the chest tight and closed. This exercise gently opens the ribcage and trains your body to take a full breath while upright and moving, which is exactly what you need for walking. How to do it. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair with one hand resting lightly on the back for support. As you breathe in slowly through your nose, raise your free arm out and up toward the ceiling, opening up that side of your chest. As you breathe out slowly through your mouth, lower the arm back down. Complete 8 breaths on one side, then switch hands and complete 8 on the other. What to focus on. Coordinate the movement with the breath. The arm rises as the lungs fill and lowers as they empty. Stand tall throughout and let your chest feel like it is genuinely opening up with each inhale. Progress tip. As this becomes easier, try raising both arms together while holding lightly to a countertop for balance. This opens the entire chest at once for an even fuller breath. Exercise 4. Rhythmic walking breath. Why it matters. This is where everything comes together. The whole point of all this practice is to breathe deeply and in rhythm while you are actually walking, the moment that places the most demand on your heart. This exercise trains your breath and your steps to move as one coordinated, efficient unit. How to do it. Find a clear hallway or a flat, open space. Begin walking slowly. As you walk, breathe in through your nose for 3 steps, feeling your belly expand. Then breathe out through your mouth for 4 steps, feeling your belly fall. 3 steps in, 4 steps out. Walk the full length of the hallway this way, turn carefully, and return. That is 1 set. Complete 2 sets, resting as needed. What to focus on. Keep your pace slow and your breath the priority. If you cannot keep the rhythm, slow your walking down further. The rhythm matters more than the speed. Over time, this pattern will become automatic, and you will no longer need to count. Progress tip. Once the 3 and 4 rhythm feels natural, try gradually extending to 4 steps in and 5 steps out. A longer, slower breath cycle means an even calmer, more efficient heart. Exercise 5. Walking incline breath. Why it matters. Real life includes hills, ramps, and stairs, and these are the moments when most people feel their heart pounding and their breath disappear. This exercise trains you to maintain controlled, deep breathing during the exact moments of effort that usually overwhelm it, so you stay calm and steady when it matters most. How to do it. Find a gentle slope, a ramp, or a staircase with a sturdy handrail. Standing at the bottom with your hand on the rail for support, begin walking upwards slowly. As you climb, breathe out slowly through pursed lips during the effort of stepping up, and breathe in gently as you bring the next foot forward. Climb only as far as feels comfortable, pause, then come down slowly with the same controlled breathing. Complete 2 to 3 controlled passes. What to focus on. Never hold your breath during effort. Holding your breath while exerting is one of the worst things you can do for your heart. Keep the air flowing, exhale on the effort, and move at a pace that lets you stay in control of your breathing the entire time. Progress tip. Once this feels manageable, slowly increase the number of steps or the length of the incline, always keeping your breath controlled. If you ever lose control of your breathing, you have gone too far, so simply ease back. Important safety warning. Before you begin practicing any of these exercises, I need you to take this seriously, because your safety is everything. If you have a known heart condition, COPD, asthma, or any diagnosed lung disease, or if you have ever been told by your doctor to limit your physical activity, please speak with your physician before attempting these movements. Some of these exercises may need to be modified for your specific situation. Always practice near a wall, countertop, or sturdy chair, especially for the standing and incline exercises. Never push yourself to the point of dizziness or distress. If at any point you feel chest pain, severe shortness of breath, lightheadedness, or anything that does not feel right, stop immediately and seek medical attention if needed. There is no exercise here worth risking your safety over. Progress at your own pace, and trust your body to tell you when it is ready for more. Closing. Over the last several minutes, you have seen how breathlessness and a struggling heart after 70 is not something you simply have to accept as a part of getting older. It begins with the smallest, simplest thing, the way you breathe. Then it builds, breath by breath, exercise by exercise, retraining the diaphragm, opening the chest, and teaching your body to deliver oxygen the way it was always meant to. Each exercise in this routine builds on the one before it, exactly as the body prefers to heal. The seated belly breath awakens the diaphragm. The pursed lip exhale empties the lungs completely. The standing breath and reach opens the chest. The rhythmic walking breath brings it all into motion, and the walking incline breath prepares you for the real challenges of daily life. When these exercises are practiced consistently, not perfectly, but consistently, the changes are real, and they are lasting. The breathlessness that has been holding you back begins to ease. The pounding heart after a flight of stairs begins to settle. The fear of getting winded gives way to a quiet, growing confidence. Your heart works less, your energy returns, and walking begins to feel like freedom again rather than effort. The long-term benefit reaches far beyond comfort. A heart that is not constantly overworked is a heart that lasts longer. Efficient breathing protects your energy, your independence, and your ability to do the things you love: walking to your mailbox, climbing your own stairs, playing with your grandchildren, and moving through your day without your body holding you back. That kind of freedom is not a small thing. It is everything. Aging does not mean surrendering control over how your body feels. It means learning which simple habits your body truly needs at this stage of life and choosing them every day with care and intention. These exercises are that choice: simple, safe, and powerful in ways that add up over weeks and months. Now, I would love to hear from you. Do you notice your breathlessness more when climbing stairs, when walking, or even at rest? Leave a comment with your age and where you are watching from. Your experience might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.